the hunt for the perfect vacuum slash like sweeping, mopping situation for the new house. So I'm like, I don't know, I've just been like dreaming about like my new floors and stuff. And of course I needed something for my own floors. Ellie has this for her house. And I am not kidding you when I tell you this little, it's a mop and a vacuum in one. And it works really good. And I didn't think I needed like a light on it. Like I was like, okay, like a wasted feature. No, when the flashlight goes on, it shows you all of the dirt. Like it highlights the dirt so you can see exactly where to vacuum. Huh? Getting a new Band-Aid.
And then I took it out and it numb.
Come here. Okay.
Okay.
Oh, I'm following him. He wants me to follow him. Oh, he's ready for story time.
Okay. So if you thought yesterday was cool about cuttlefish, then you'll like today's. Cuttlefish are what?
You're just so sweet. Okay, keep going.
And if you thought yesterday was cool, you like this one. Cuttlefish actually aren't fish. That's just the name for them. They are called a mollusk, and mollusks are like slugs or like slimy and stuff that have a shell. And mollusks, they had a shell in the past, but now they've evolved over millions of years, so they're not a new animal. They were like around when the dinosaurs were. They've been around for a really, really long time, but when they when they were first made, they had a shell, but now they've evolved, so now they don't have a shell. And we learn.
And do they live in the ocean?
Yeah, but they don't like to live deep. They like to live around the coral reef.
Ooh.
But they're not easy to find at all.
Okay, come here.
Because they can change their chocolate.
Yeah, chocolate.
And they can change their color of their body like in seconds. And they have over 1 million colors.
Really? I was gonna ask you if they were like bright, if they were dull.
No, they can change in seconds. And also, they can change their texture in seconds. So they can go from smooth to rough.
Stop it.
They have eyes that are shaped like W's.
Are you kidding me?
Yeah.
I cannot wait to Google pictures of this thing.
And it also has 8 tentacles coming out of its head.
Like that just sounds insane. I cannot wait. Boston, keep learning these things and keep telling me. Are you gonna do your own hair? Or are you gonna wear a hat?
I think I want my hair done because it'll look and feel nice.
Okay, you do your hair.
Oh, okay.
And I will give the update. And you just make sure that I'm giving the right update.
Okay.
Okay, let's give an update on Joel's mom. So we said that she was in the hospital. So it's been a little while. Joel's mom wasn't feeling well, and so they took her into the hospital, and she had an appointment to check her heart for the following day. And so when she went into the hospital, they said, you know what, let's check your heart while you're here, because they thought she had a heart murmur. And then when they were listening to it, they couldn't hear the heart murmur. And forgive me if I'm getting any of these details wrong, Stan and Kay. Maybe you can correct me and I'll update everybody. But when they checked her heart, they said, we think you have a tumor in your heart. And so they ran some tests to make sure that her heart was good enough for open heart surgery. So a lot of times you can get away with heart surgery without having to
open the heart.
Well, I was gonna say, oh, the word crack, I was thinking to crack your sternum open, right? Sternum.
Yep.
But in this case, you could not. So they had to go in and crack her sternum open and do open heart surgery to remove the tumor. Once they got into her heart, they realized that it wasn't a tumor. They knew it wasn't cancerous because they had tested it, and which thank heavens. But they said they had never seen anything like it. So her tumor is in pathology, and they're trying to figure out exactly what it is. But what was also really rare is that her tumor was in the top lobe of her heart, and they rarely see tumors in the top chambers of the heart. They're always in the lower chambers. And the guy that was doing the surgery said he's only seen 5 hearts with anything in the top chambers in the last 25 years. So it's very, very rare.
And on top of that, they did a bypass.
Yep, and so once they got in, they realized they knew they needed to do it before. So she also, on top of getting the tumor removed, she had to have bypass surgery. So that was Friday, and now it's she's been
Tuesday. She's been in the ICU since. She got out of the ICU today, and then starts. And
only 2 people tops could go into the ICU. Plus, I think she really needed that like quiet downtime to heal. And so she got released today out of the ICU. She's still in the hospital, and so we wanted to go visit her tonight. So Joel's fixing his hair so we can go visit his mom.
Want her to see me looking sharp.
Yeah. I don't think she cares. I think she's just gonna be happy to see the kids. She's excited.
She wants to see the kids.
She's excited to see the kids. We know that this is going to be a really long recovery. It's not going to be easy. And also keep in mind, she is still recovering from
her knee surgery.
Her knee replacement surgery. And so I think that this is a lot.
It's a lot. I think it's definitely a blessing of how we found it and how it came to be.
Yeah, I'm glad we didn't have to.
You would have never gotten checked for something like this, you know?
Or like rushed into the emergency room, because if they would have left it, I don't think.
Yeah. What is crazy is their like family doctor who they went to see to get a checkup on, he heard the heart murmur in her, and he's like, you need it to be checked. And
that's why she had it on the appointment on the books to go get her heart checked, was because when she was getting her knee done, the doctor was like, there's a heart murmur, even though it wasn't it.
But then when they were at the emergency room for other reasons, a doctor was checking her out and was like, I don't think you have a heart murmur, I can't hear it. So the other doctor was just that in tune, he's been practicing a long time and really good.
And something your dad learned and that he taught us is that a heart surgeon and a cardiologist are 2 complete separate jobs. So a heart surgeon's job is to treat inside the heart. He can do surgery on the heart.
They go through the front into the heart. A cardiologist can go through
the arteries. A cardiologist can treat the outside of your heart. So he's not.
Oh yeah.
Cardiologists don't do heart surgery. I think. I think I'm saying
you
that
heard it
right.
here, folks, and it's gospel.
I need to Google it. I need to verify.
Close enough.
We did not know that Grandma was going to be released today into an area that we could come and see until today. And so if I would have known, I wouldn't have let Cody go to work, but he had already committed to work. So he's the only one that's not coming with us. And I am kind of sad about it. Are we taking the truck, I assume?
Sure.
Why?
Huh?
You just got more stuff in the truck?
Tons of stuff.
Oh, okay, well I just put it away. All right.
Okay.
No, we're not gonna bring Lady. Okay, Link, come get your backpack so you guys can do your homework in the car. And I knew that Joel wasn't gonna be around, and so I edited the vlog.
Good job.
It's not gonna be as good as when Joel does it, but guys, we're in survival mode over here, okay? Okay. As we are having a discussion in the car with the kids, there's lots of different things going on in all of our lives. In my personal life, Joel's work life. This is a big endeavor Joel is taking on. All of the kids with their school and their friends. Something that I am learning as an adult, and this is what I'm telling my kids, this is what I'm talking to Joel, is problems have a way of working themselves out. They just do. They may not end the way you want them to. They may end up much differently than you thought in your mind, But no matter whatever situation you have in your life, it's going to be resolved one way or another. And most of the time, it feels way more intense right up front than when you dive into it and you start working through it. It always seems worse than it actually is. Don't you find that, Joel? I feel like I've had that, like, oh, okay, well, now that we get into it, now that we break it down, now that a little time has passed, or, you know, whatever it may be, or it seems like, oh, there's, like, this is the end of the world. I know that problems feel that way, but somehow they just have a way of working things out. I bet if you were to talk to Stan and Kay when this very first arose, it seemed like a lot. It was big, it was heavy, and that didn't go away. It was big, it was heavy, but they took the steps they needed to. They're getting it taken care of. Your mom has begun the healing process, because I think that was a big worry. It's like, oh my gosh, the healing process is going to be a long time. And it is going to be a long time, but she started. She started, and she's into it 5 days, and tomorrow's going to be 6 days. And you just have to take your problems, your issues, one day at a time. And they just have a way, like life moves on.
Yeah, the days are gonna come regardless.
Regardless, the days are gonna move on. So it's not the end of the world. Even though a lot of times it feels like the end of the world, it is not the end of the world.
Nope.
You just gotta start working through it. So we are going to go visit your mom. We've got about an hour drive, and I don't think we'll bring the camera with us. Thank you guys for watching, and thank you for caring. When we announced that Joel's mom was in the hospital, the comments just absolutely melted me. You guys are wonderful, so thank you so much for being so supportive and loving to Joel's parents. Okay, we'll see you guys later. Bye.
Bye.